Hi, welcome back. So this is your pick a card reading for this week. This will be pile number one, pile number two, and pile number three. Don't forget that each pile may have a message for you, so if you feel drawn by more than one, please feel free to actually check them all, and you will find the description and the videos in the timestamps below. Okay, I'll see you very soon. Bye. Hi all and welcome back. So if you have chosen pile number one, these are the cards for you. I will start right away by letting you know that there are a whole lot of major arcana in here, and that tells me that this is a very major situation in your life, like a big chapter, something that really is going to change your life. Now it really feels like there has been a whole lot of pain and maybe a sort of disappointment or sadness about seeing a dream crumbling down. This is the first thing that I'm thinking about when I look at these cards. And the feeling I get is that you really had something at heart, that you have invested all of your energies and time in, and that you have really hoped for, that you wanted to get somewhere with this project you had in mind, whatever that is. Now there's I can see here like the first two major arcana. We have the Hermit, we have the Empress, and the World. Now with the Hermit and the Empress, I see earth energy, which means it kind of suggests to me that you were looking for or you were involving yourself in a situation that hopefully or possibly could have brought you some kind of grounding, some feeling of safety and stability maybe. It seems like it quite didn't go the way you were hoping for. If is that the case? I see that you are going through a whole lot of reflection at this moment. You're doing a whole lot of introspection and trying to understand and really shed a light on what it is that didn't go the way you were hoping for. It seems to be something that you had hoped for, in terms of you hoped that this could be a fruitful kind of event, something that would be expanding your situation. And the first things I'm thinking about is whether you were betting on starting a new relationship or a new family. You had a lot of hopes up in that respect. Now the Empress is here, and it's also a symbol of fertility and children birthing, but I don't see it just that way. It can be any project. It could have been that you had a big project in mind that would have, let's say, stabilized your finances, and that did not happen. I do feel more of a sense that it is attached to a love matter, more so, just because it could be like I see here, there's a whole lot of feminine energy here, and that's the only reason why I'm saying that perhaps there is a more of an emotional quality to it. Now there is no technical water specifically here, because like I said, we're talking major arcana here. We got the Hermit, we got the Empress, the World, the Tower, the Chariot in reverse. I mean, it's complicated in terms of pointing in the direction of what it was, but it's definitely a major thing. And the fact that both these two cards and this one came out in the reverse, being the major arcana here, I would say that you really have tried hard. You have invested all of your energy into something that may have also made you question yourself or your value or what you bring to others and how you nurture others. And I don't know if you started having also some self-doubt in respect to what you can offer to the world and how you come across to others. You may be blaming yourself at this stage of your life for how things have turned out. But the good thing about it is that this cycle is about to end, just not quite there yet. But you start seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. The one thing I can say is that it seems like you have thrown yourself into this whatever this is, like in a sort of even if the full is not out, but in, you know, the idea is or what I feel is that you've kind of thrown yourself out there and into this adventure, like full on, like without even thinking. We got the Knight of Wands over there, and the Knight of Wands is a fast one. It just seeks the adventure. It just says yes to everything. And so you know, this may have been maybe a little too rash, maybe not very well thought over. Not that everything has to be thought over, but I don't even think that that is the cause actually of the, let's say, not successful outcome. I would say that it's, you know, one of those things that is, I don't know, the word that I'm thinking about is fated. Like it was just not meant to go in the direction that you were hoping for. But let's not forget that that doesn't mean that that is a failure. That just means that we have actually invested ourselves in something that we believed in, which is definitely a growth in terms of creativity and how we put it to use for our own self. It also brings us to growth. Any failure is a step closer to achieving what it is that works best for us, which is not necessarily what we think would be best for us or what we are thinking that we're investing our time and energy in. The universe is very special that way. Things don't always turn out the way we're supposed to, but usually they turn out to be better than what we thought. So let's just keep that in mind, because I think that this tower here has just really shook your foundation. It made you feel, I don't know, maybe has raised some kind of, you know, unworthiness in you, and it made you carry a whole lot of weight that I feel as emotional. It's really weighing on my heart right now just to look at these cards and feeling them out. You know, like even on this deck, what's really interesting is the extra confirmation that the card of the Chariot in this specific deck means, because the Chariot could be rash decisions, so that would confirm a bit the feeling I get about the rashness of everything, like throwing yourself into something. But it could also be that you're standing in, you know, at a fork in a road. But in this specific deck, what it stands for is really like the hero that sets out on his quest. So and it's reversed in this case, and so it seems like you know, you either have overestimated the situation, or you just have straight up run into whatever this is that just doesn't turn, you know, didn't turn out to be what you want it to be. But the overall sense is that you are almost completing this cycle. It's been very painful. You're still carrying the weight of it. It really shook your foundation. But the encouragement here are these two cards, which I'm going to read. One is Embrace the Moment, which first and foremost, the first thing I think about is a suggestion on listen, doesn't matter how this has turned out to be, embrace it for what it was, because it means something that it happened at this time in your life. It means that it's going to take you to the next step, which is exactly where you need to be. So I'm going to read the card that says, embrace the moment, embrace this day, this very moment. Think positively today and repel those negative thoughts. Try not to judge yourself or others. This may be harder than you think. What is actually happening is that you're changing your energy. So this really confirms the overall idea that I'm having after I read these cards, after I feel these cards. I'm like, there's a reason for everything. You are in the right place at the right time. Nothing is wrong. And the second card is possibly the way that you really should go about it to help yourself, which is ground yourself. Being distracted, unfocused, tired, irritated, and impatient are all signs that you're ungrounded. Now is the time to become centered and allow Spirit to help you ground yourself and reconnect with the divine source. So yeah, this is the advice most of the time, is try to find any way that actually grounds yourself. Do meditation, go out in nature, meet with somebody that helps you stabilize your mood, find ways to regulate your emotions, because all of this is just really a blip in the radar. It's going to go soon. Yes, for sure, it's going to impact your life. It's one of the major things that you will remember in your life. This is not something that that goes away easily, and you will possibly always remember it. Sorry, there's a whole lot of heaviness in here in my heart, and I really feel it for you. But nonetheless, this is just one of those major lessons that you probably were supposed to go through so that you could actually get closer to where you are meant to be, which is a better place for you, for sure. Okay, well, I hope this resonated in some ways, pile number 1, and I hope to see you very soon. Bye. Okay, so if you chose pile number 2, this is your reading. And I would say the energy is slightly similar to pile number 1. So if you felt drawn to that pile as well, please go check it out, because I just feel that the kind of relationship may be different. Because in the first one, I felt it was more like kind of a love partnership sort of situation. Although obviously I'll keep an open mind because it could be anything. I also made an example of how that could have applied to more of a financial situation, a stability in general kind of situation. But for this pile here, I actually get vibes, more friendships kind of vibes. Like there has been something that I feel was going on with a friend, or with a group of friends, even, some kind of circle of friends that has kind of been shattered. Like the good memories have ended up in a not so happy memory, and there's been like some kind of harsh way to go about all of this, some kind of not so gentle energy that has kind of the word I would find for this is destroyed whatever was built, and all the all the good times kind of got overlooked at this time because there has been sort of a rupture somewhere, and that has been pretty intense. It's been a change that has shaken you. If you have been dealing with this situation, you may have caused it. You may have been a part. You may have been involved without wanting to, but somehow this energy seems to be surrounding you and has the power of shaking your foundation for sure, which can probably has left you like a bit of in a sort of despair. We have the card of despair, but even before this card came out, I really felt like you were at a bit of a loss, like not knowing what to do, mulling over what had been and why, and but then right after that, there seems to be like a change in the energy. There seems to be like you understanding that you may manifest what you need for yourself, and so long as you have a bit of hope and a bit of commitment even onto what it is that you'd like to do, you can bring to completion, or you can at least start the project, which can, in this case could mean that you can actually put together back this group. You can be the person that is going to reach out to the parties involved and try to kind of put the calmness, restore a little bit of peacefulness in here. I feel like some sort of Libran energy, in the sense of trying to bring things back to some sort of fairness point, some sort of let's try to look at everybody's side. Let's see what has hurt you, what has hurt me. Let's talk about it. It's just a genuine wish that you have. You seem to be wanting to bring a lot of peacefulness into the situation, just because it's been horrible, and I feel that you have felt the same for all the others involved. There's a quality of true commitment to the cause for you. This may have been something really important to you, and if it's not a friendship situation, although this is these are the vibes that are really striking me at this time, it could also be maybe some family conditions. Sometimes families can oftentimes families can at some point in time encounter some moments of rupture, where each member goes their own way, and kids grow up and they have they have a mind of their own. Parents don't accept them, and there's different generations. So it could also apply to this kind of situation. I see that like a home, or a home environment, or what feels like home to you. So take it as it resonates, that has shattered, that has been blown up by something that has left you for a while, feeling at a bit of a loss. And so, but it seems to me that you, because you're the person that's actually watching this video, but it could also be like some sort of heads up for you, trying to let you know that somebody actually is trying to make amends and is trying to reach out. So keep an open mind. It could also be that you're watching this because you needed to hear that somebody's about, or is going to make the effort to actually put the pieces together. But if it's you, it means that somebody's really committed to the cause, and fixing and reestablish the peace that has been lost in the process. Now, like I said, the card of despair came out, which indeed confirms the kind of feelings that the vibes of this reading. But like I said, there's not just that vibe. There's also a vibe of overcoming all of it, and that is given me by this card as well, the card of power. To me, the first thing I felt when I saw that card was you are actually or somebody is really stepping into their own power to kind of bring this to a better place, to bring it back to a better place. And definitely the qualities that are needed for this sort of wish to go back to what it used to be. So what's needed is qualities that are usually very advisable to have in human relationships in general, which is good listening skills. There needs to be some sort of emotion regulation. Some, people need to understand that they cannot just rush in and just like do how they feel whenever they feel, because others are involved and emotions are involved. And so there's a whole lot of attention needs to be paid to the fact that the situation involves more than one person, so it's not just all about us. And we'll see later that there was something else. We'll see it in a minute. There's a message here that will be very specific for somebody, not for all of you, but it can be applied to several things. Let's have a look. So the guidance cards that I pulled out for this reading were the cards of listen, the card of serenity, and the card of a mother's love, which is the one that we'll be talking about in a minute. So let's start with this one. Listen. It says, you have to be willing to listen if you want to really understand someone. Now is not the time to be offering advice, but to be a compassionate listener. To listen fully and intently means to pay attention, not to just what's being said, but to what lies beneath the words. So again, this is a bit of a confirmation of what is needed at this time. Now, serenity, definitely something else that's needed. And it says, the most important relationship you can have is with yourself. This is a time to honor, nurture, and love yourself more by seeking out and removing any negative feelings and emotions that are left over from yesterday. Don't let past issues and resentments interfere with your serenity today. So you really need to put yourself in a better space, whether you're the one that's going to bring along the change or whether you are expecting somebody doing it for you. Like I said, emotional self-regulation is going to be very important at this time. And this is the last card, which I said may be resonating for a few of you, but it could be actually applied in the way that I feel it in several ways. So the card is a mother's love. A mother's love is reaching out to you at this time and holding you close. She knows how much you miss her and wants to remind you that this special bond of love can never be broken. So the first thing I thought when this card came out was indeed about a family situation here that has ruptured. Could have, maybe, a mother's passed away and there's a problem, the emotional foundations of the members of the family, the rest of the members of the family, kind of got shaken off in such a terrible way that everybody lost their mind. And this is a presence that says, I'm still with you. It's kind of a reminder that we're not. Whenever we die, we just don't really leave the planet Earth, like in terms of 3D. But I believe, at least this is definitely my own belief, but I believe that the energy keeps lingering. So this could be a reminder there. Maybe there has been an inheritance problem, and so now the family members are kind of like going around this issue, and we are in need of a peacemaker right now, and so maybe that's the case. But it could also be that a feminine figure is watching over you, somebody that maybe was dear to you, and now she has passed over, but she still wants to remind you that she will give you the strength that it's needed to face this. Or it's somebody that it's still on the 3D here, and it's just somebody that's going to help you, somebody that kind of embodies a mother's figure. So it could be a caretaker, or somebody maybe much older than you, that it's still very present in your life, and that tells you that you're not alone, like you are going to be supported in order to actually face the situation and move forward and make things better. So it could be applied to many situations, and that's why I said, like, take it as it resonates. But yeah, this is the energy I see going around at this moment. So I hope it resonated with you, and I'll see you very soon again. Bye. Okay, pile number 3. If this is the pile you chose, this is your reading. So let's go ahead and start with it. Right off the bat, the energy I got is that there is a person, whether that's you or somebody else, who has been very much up in their ego, and not necessarily the good part of it. We all have an ego, and it's useful to all of us in order to thrive in life and to protect ourselves from like dangerous situations we don't want to be in. But in this case, if there's such a thing as positive and negative, I would say there is somebody that is in the position of actually taking advantage of their strength, but not in the most honest possible ways. Let's put it that way. I see somebody very prideful here, somebody that may not always be easy to handle in terms of, there may be issues about, how do I talk to this person? How do I not step on his toes if it's a he? But I mean, I'm just, take it as it resonates. Again, let's not get hooked up on genders here. I see, though, I feel this very intense, I would say, masculine energy, if I have to be honest. So if you're dealing with a masculine energy, or somebody that embodies more of a masculine energy, then you're dealing with a person with these traits at this moment, or maybe that is you. So obviously take it as it resonates most. But it seems as this person, whoever that is just was in this space of like really hanging tight to, I want to say, resentment, things that have made him angry, and something that, like they couldn't overcome really what it was, and they would just keep going over and over the same things with the same heavy energy, like bit of an angry energy, like I said, and this may have ended up damaging what was going on between this person and a close person to them. So if this is you, maybe this has ended up ruining or damaging a relationship, if you were in a relationship with this person, or a friendship, if that's the case. I do feel vibes definitely of a soulmate kind of energy going on. And soulmates, let's not forget, could be anything from intimate partners to family members, friends. So again, keep an open mind. But this attitude, this way of going about, the way they speak, the way they behave, has impacted this relationship. Now, The good news is that what was a king of wands in the reverse at the beginning, so the person that displays these traits that I have just talked about, is actually appearing in the upright on the on the second row, which tells me that there has been a whole lot of work done. So this person, whoever that is, has done some changes after periods of reflections, understanding that things can be done in different ways. It may have started to they may have started to approach things from the different perspective. Maybe they started having ideas that they didn't have before, and they tried to implement them. Maybe they tried to go about them in ways that were a bit more rational, so that they ways that needed him to be a bit more cool-headed instead of having all of this fire. There's a lot of fire in this reading. That could be, it's either you or somebody that you're dealing with that has a lot of fire in their chart. And so maybe this is something that it's a person that has been able at least to question himself, somebody that has decided to change, somebody that understood that may have lost in the process something that was very important, whether it was this relationship or maybe even self-respect. Maybe it's a person that realized that the way he had gone about things was not a way that was satisfied about. It wasn't a way that fulfilled him, something that was ending up hurting him before hurting anybody else. And so it's definitely a process. I see here a process of overcoming that kind of energy, just because there's a whole lot of good work put into it. Not easy work, but a work that has required certainly to just weigh out all parts of a situation and try to look at things in a cooler way, in a more detached way, and try to balance out what works for them, because it's still a person that wants things done and their own way. Definitely they know what they want, and they want to obtain what it is that they want, which is nothing wrong with that. It's just different ways can be used to get to where we want to be. So it's a good thing that this person can could stop and rethink about the way he was going about everything. And so new ideas may have popped up, and then as it usually happens, when we tune in a different kind of energy, that's what we start tuning in as well, with the people around us in our environment. Whenever we change our frequency, things change with us. And so there has been, or there will be, a change for sure in how things are going to be handled, and new opportunities will be offered, both to this person, perhaps from this person to the person that that they may have lost in the process. But it's all about work. I see here that it's all about work in progress, but a lot has been done already. New approaches have been implemented, at least tried, and the universe has responded in terms of matching that kind of energy to a better placed energy in general. So again, there was this card coming out. It just confirmed everything that I was just seeing, which is the card of work. There's a whole lot of indeed commitment put into it, a whole lot of loyalty, even if you will. And perhaps this person was not alone. Perhaps he had a network of friends that would help, or family. But I can see that mostly it's been a real genuine intention for this person to actually dedicate time and energy into the betterment of this situation, which shows an incredible amount of resilience, first and foremost, but also self-awareness. You need to know yourself to understand where you're going, and then a lot of humbleness is required to perhaps understanding that you're hurting others around you. And so if you want to stir things into a better direction, it takes a whole lot of work, first to admit, and then to actually get into doing the work. And I feel that this person really is at this stage, and that this has been a situation left in the past, a way of being that is not anymore the way this person implements the way that they live their life on a daily basis. Okay. And I see here the guidance card was actually interesting, because it also confirmed the energy of the overall reading. I'm going to read it for you. It says soul power. Always remember, you're a soul that comes with a body, not a body that comes with a soul. Your soul is your true essence, and you have an unlimited supply of soul power at your command whenever you need it. Which again tells me a lot about the kind of strength that this person has. Like I said, there's a whole lot of fire in this, and also in the way that I see this as the King of Wands, and the solar energy, this masculine energy, this very powerful energy, and again the soul power. Yes, definitely a strong person, and somebody that has high values that may have not been implemented correctly in the past, or gently or fairly in the past, but now a person that seems to really have changed or being in the process of changing. Okay, I hope this resonates with you, Pile 3, and I hope to see you soon again. Bye.